Happy Father's Day to all of you lucky enough to ever have been called Daddy. A young child calling your name Daddy is very hard to beat, almost like being called Prime Minister, although the Prime Minister would be in difficulty if everyone involved in his paternity was to show up at Downing Street. Spare a thought for all those poor fathers who would be good fathers if they were not locked out of their children's lives by the injustice of the family court system in Britain. And spare a thought to the schmucks who ran away from their responsibility as fathers, not just diminishing their own lives, but potentially wrecking the lives of their children. And happy anniversary to us. In this iteration of the mother of all talk shows, we've been going exactly 3 years. On the 23rd of June, the first edition of this mother of all talk shows that began in January of 2006 was launched, and what a roller coaster it has turned out to be. We'll be talking about the great Julian Assange in the week when, next to Pontius Pilate, there's nobody I would have wanted less to be in the hands of their tender mercies than Priti Patel. Not so pretty Patel. She washed her hands of Julian, and he may very well be one step closer to the gulag that is the American injustice system. And we tremble on the edge of war in the Middle East, and nobody is doing anything about it. In fact, nobody knows anything about it, but they will after this show on the mother of all talk shows this evening. And the new head of the British Armed Forces tells the British Army that they must get ready to fight World War III in Europe against Russia. The problem is there are more black cabs in London than there are members of the British Army, and the entire British Armed Forces could all fit comfortably in Villa Park, a mid-table Premiership football stadium. And then there's the fact that World War III in Europe would be the last war. There would be no British Army left. There would be no British people left. There would be no Britain left. And we'll be looking at Sri Lanka, perhaps a case study in what is just about to come in different parts of the world, including countries near you. And of course, forever we'll be talking about Julian Assange, the great Australian, with another great Australian, Major David McBride. So fasten your seatbelts. It is going to be, of course, a bumpy ride, because it's the Open University of the Airwaves. It's the mother of all talk shows.